Hi and welcome once again to Greg the Gardener. Well, today I wanted to show you how to do cuttings. Now, what is a cutting? Basically, a cutting is where you cut a piece off a plant, stick it in the ground, and it will grow again. And basically that's how easy it is. So let's say you're at a friend's place and she's got a beautiful hibiscus or a frangipani, or maybe some bush or shrub like this lavender lights here, and you think, oh, that's nice. I wouldn't mind one of those. Well, let me just show you how easy it is to take a cutting off it. Well, after you've asked permission to take a piece of cutting off the plant, find a nice old piece of stem, not a new shoot, must be an old piece of stem. And I'm going to take a bit from the middle of the plant so it's not as obvious. And what I'm going to do is just cut that off. So I've just taken that cutting. Now next I need to transfer it into some soil, so let's go and do that. So here I've just got some potting mix. Now you want some nice potting mix. I'll just take a scoop of this. Now you don't really want soil because that will compact down too much and will stop the roots from growing. So you want a nice loose potting mix, because when the roots eventually start trying to grow out of this, they'll need all the help they can get and not be hampered by compacted soil. So you want nice loose soil. So what I'm going to first do is cut off most of these big branches, because we don't want those, because with this on, the plant will struggle trying to root into the ground because it's going to try and have to feed all these leaves on the top. So what you want to do is cut most of those off. I always leave a couple just so I know if it's still alive or not. Now if all these die, then it might not be alive. So then what I would do with my secateurs is I just scrape the base, maybe just a little bit of bark off there, a little bit there. So you can see that, just a tiny bit, not too deep, just the outer layer. Now this hopefully is where a lot of the roots will start growing from. So I've done that, you know, an inch and a half up from the base of this cutting. Bit of a closer look for you. So that's hardly even dented the surface. Now all you do is stick that in the ground like that, push it down like that, and that's it. That's how easy it is. And of course, give it a nice drink of water, like really drown it. Now if that water's going down nice and easily, you know that the soil is nice and loose and the roots have the best chance of growing out of the stem of that plant. Some people will say, oh, you need a rooting powder. Or I've heard that you can use honey or Vegemite to dip the end in and before you plant it into the ground. But the way I figure it is, if it doesn't survive, it was never going to. That's the way I've been doing it for years anyway, and it's always worked. I'll just show you here, this is a lavender lights that I took a cutting, probably about a month ago, and have a look. Shooting up new shoots already, not a problem. And also here, I've got 3 cuttings, hibiscus. All of them, actually there's 4, all of them have taken. Look at the new shoots popping up. Now I think the main problem that people will find with cuttings is that they stick it in the ground and they forget to water them. So make sure you water them every day, if not every second or third day, and until you see the growth start again. But any plant in a pot should be watered every few days anyway, so make sure it's somewhere that you can see it, and to remind yourself to just keep watering them. And don't just do one cutting, do several, because maybe a couple will die, but hopefully that one will live and will give you a nice, beautiful plant that you desire, free of charge. Oh, how could I forget? Don't forget to put some mulch in your plant as well, because that will help the plant survive even better. Well, I hope that gardening tip helped you in some way, and I'm sure it will help you save a lot of money and help boost your collection of beautiful plants in your garden. Take care, and I'll see you next time on Greg the Gardener. He's your helping hand in the garden. He's Greg the Gardener.